phase cancellational, this compassionate frequency. And its multiples in our music. So the tuning scale of 8 cycles per second, which sets up 16, 32 cycles per second, 64 cycles per second, and 128 cycles per second, 256 cycles per second, that's the tone scale we're talking about. That's a very, very important scale of music that has significances in many different fields of science, as well as in the coherence, the organization of information in our body. We use something called unified overall mastering, or unified field overall mastering, UVOM, where we use the harmonic numbers of the DNA throughout the tuning of our reverbs, delays, and our phases, etc., on every part of our instrumental compositions. And we, as we said, pioneered this form of modern, popular electronic music with these exact musical frequencies. And in Italy, I'm glad to say, Italy is the first country on this planet that we know of that will be publishing a book entirely on this, and this is by our colleague Riccardo Tristano Tui, otherwise known as Archangel, who has done a very diligent job in writing that book, which gives a comprehensive overview of the importance of this new musical revolution with this new form of music, where you can see clear healing effects occurring in the body, an increasing of the healing processes, an increasing of creativity in the circadian system, in the cardiac system, in the charge parity of cells, as Lamarco has demonstrated now since 2005 with various different devices. Here you have a new semantics, a new language. And so in the next years, what we will be focusing on is linking concerts together into what we call the Global Song 432 for contact. The idea is that just like you had Live Aid and Earth Day, and where you have concerts that raise money for the starving people, etc., now a global concert is made where an attempt is made to have contact with the cosmos, with other intelligences out there. At the least, it will be fun, it will be groovy. Since the background of music, Elvis Presley had many UFO sightings. He talked about coming from other planets. He talked about meeting with extraterrestrials. People saw UFOs with him. Same with John Lennon. So the king of rock, the one who created modern music, John Lennon and the Beatles had UFO sightings, received objects of UFO sightings. UFOs were seen on radar that John Lennon saw. You've got Sting seeing UFOs in Switzerland. You've got the same with Pink Floyd. There were UFO researchers. You've got it with the Stones, and so forth and so on. So the pillars of modern music are actually ET contactees. Now that is significant. It means that modern music has been inspired, as Elvis said, by these cosmic intelligences that don't reveal themselves on the White House lawn, but slowly, softly help us, discreetly, through us, through their own agents, as us. And music is that language. Music is the way that we can make communication. When we have a music that is broadcasting over the planet in synchrony and is establishing harmonics that increase our own independent creative process, because 8 cycles per second is the creative process of alpha wave entrainment. Is what healers also release when they are registered, whether they're Catholic healers or Huna healers, or if they're the psychic surgeons of South America. 8 cycles per second is what they release. So it's a healing language. It's a creative language. It stimulates the unique creativity, the unique art and articulation to artifice itself in humanity. It is that heart language, because the heart, in compassionate love, in the extensive research done by the HeartMath Institute during the 1990s that shows focused compassionate love produces the golden cascade, produces the harmonic numbers we are using in the Omega music revolution, exactly those harmonic numbers, and that the DNA actually heals, it recoils in that research. And this you will read in our introduction to Riccardo's book on the 432 Hertz music revolution, soon to be published in February by Nexus Italy. So these studies have demonstrated that this is a music of love, this is a music of heart. So we are heartists. And it's very sobering to find that metal bands, of all people, are joining in. So we have Archangel going into this music revolution. And from Halloween in Germany, we've got Sasha, with his Mothership project, as he calls it, which uses these harmonic frequencies, and where they call themselves heart rock. This is not hard rock, but heart rock, the rock of the heart. So as heartists, it is the language of the heart that unites us. And it is with that universal language that we send the signal into space. The great creativity of the heart of man, heartifying, is the signal that can link Earth with the cosmos and give a cybernetic interface. Just that alone is significant, whether we get a response or not. Of course, all over the planet, there is an extraordinary series of waves of various different types of UFO activities, which have been going on for hundreds of years. Astronomers have seen for hundreds of years these flotillas, these fleets, leaving Mars, leaving Venus, crossing the Sun, the Moon, in our atmosphere, large motherships. But they're just increasing at present, and because of modern technology are being recorded. Every month there are many dozens and dozens of recordings all over the world, just as they were recorded in the 40s and in the 50s as they flew over the White House and were captured by the Navy in Utah on film. These phenomena are very real, are increasing. According to our contact paradigm, yes, we are a musician, we are a artist. We are coming from a multi-generational artistic family. So it is the heart language or art language that we use, and by the articulation that we utilize and have been inspired by our own contacts with the so-called ETI or ultra-terrestrial intelligences who will come into the physical but will push the limits of what we think physicality is, because this is not just nuts and bolts UFOs. If it is, I would suggest you question it seriously. This is something on the threshold of what our reality is, and it's inspiring us from within as well as without. According to the Vedic view, Rigvedic view, some of our teachers who began to teach us as a teenager turn out to be the ultra-terrestrial and extraterrestrial teachers of the Sarasvati proto-cultures about 10,000, 11,000 years ago into the past behind the Rig Veda. According to them, music was given by the star gods and by the ultra-terrestrial gods as a technology for unification, for making us whole, for uniting 4 bandwidths of consciousness into superconsciousness. They give a technology where our 5 senses are brought through 7 endocrine glands, 7 nervous energy plexi, it as chakras, where you smell with each of your 7 chakras, you taste with each of your 7 chakras, you see with each of your 7 chakras, you feel with each of your 7 chakras, and so forth and so on. So you have 35 senses. If you have those at the same time in the 7 centers of your body, you have the 36th sense, which is called the hypersense or Mahatattva. That must then be taken through what is called AUMN or Aum, where A is the alpha state of consciousness, where U is the theta state of consciousness, where is the beta state of everyday consciousness, and where N is the delta state. So 36 states through 4 bands of consciousness, which gives you 144 senses. Those 144 senses is superconsciousness. That's where we wake up. And that is where the extraterrestrial and ultra-terrestrial families